Vigilance officer? What can this old carabiner do? There's nothing for you to understand here. It is not her death you are investigating. Absolutely not. She died of pneumonia in her bed at the 8th Revival Fair of 91 in the Vorberg district. A parade was held to honor This was the happiest day of my life. I was 22 when I returned from King Guillaume's Akira operation. I won her back. But while I was dealing with some...
You were like a dark cloud sucking the joy out of...
Dark cloud?
Those days and memories are gone.
The old soldier says nothing, but when his glance quickly runs over Gaston's face, there's an odd look in his eye.
There's nothing for you to understand.
His face is motionless. The lieutenant flashes you a quick... His posture tenses. What are you up to now?
What?
He thinks you're playing.
Now. I'm sure the officer means it figuratively. Like a forensic technique or something, right?
Forensic techniques are your forte, not mine. Bon song, son. You must have a loose... All right. I will entertain this.
Oh, you're in for a treat, officer. Seeing the playful side of old René, he's about...
It's all, but it's never only about...
The lieutenant rubs his forehead and mumbles.
Even after the revolution, after the beachhead, there was... It happened slowly, like a seedling growing into a tree. Tiny incremental steps, imperceptible till the ticket was so thick. This time, what happened to the first time? And there are no second chances. We don't deserve them. You can't just go back and restart. That would make...
There's something substantial moving in him, trying to regret. Honor walks and virtue follows.
Easy, René. Take it easy. You're right. Absolutely right. What was, and that's it. Isn't that...
Imbecile. Un putain d'imbécile.
Something about this topic.
Enough, officer. We can't help you, but don't worry. I'm sure...
The carabiner is too old and feeble to be useful.
Anything else you want? Or can we get back to our game?
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. How may... Sweet, sweet Jenny. Of course,
Excuse me? I don't know. The most talkative one? The what now? You truly are one strange cop, aren't you? I have a strange cop offering to find my stupid husband. What a day.
It's you again. What is it? Again. Just get the...
Good one, Titus.
Yeah, lawman.
Weren't you warned to not go down this? Just because you can, doesn't mean you have to say everything that comes to...
Not in the arresting...
A fearful readiness, like an electrical by your side. The lieutenant keeps his hand away from... Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us.
Wise move. You made the right choice there. Now make another one. About again? Yeah, whatever.
Again? I can't believe...
Yes? What is it? That was pretty good, Harry.
That was. Yeah, that was absolute shit, if you want my opinion. Drunken shit. Haven't wanted anything to... Horrible. Truly horrible. I beg.
Jean, it's not right. Don't make it worse. And I really liked it.
She actually did. The door is closed. There's still a dent in the vinyl where you punched it. This little depression is all you could... Why are you doing this? Don't do this to me. The words still echo in the hall. The door feels cold.
Who is it?
Tired.
This is the police.
Come on up. The door is open.
Yes?
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills. It's been used quite... This toothbrush belongs to someone who does... Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol. Histoperidol.
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister packs. This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs, plus a bright orange bottle with peptide stamped on it, in sunny, happy letters. And your chest swells with pride. Look, it's made right here in Revachol. But it's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing...
Peptide. A euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy. The lieutenant looks toward the door as if he did, though. He totally did. And who cares, man? Who cares what the stiff thinks? Here comes the... The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. It's barred from the inside. You hear...
I don't know, Lieutenant Yefreiter. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. I don't know. The further we get...
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A dull thump. Somewhere inside...
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the Kaiser Inn or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant. I hate it when that happens.
Welcome to the roof.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built, then toned over several years of self-defense.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. It's much nicer now. Thank you for that, officer.
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there. A third place? Interesting.
I am Kim Kisoragi. I am a detective from...
This does not come as good news to him.
Have I ever? This man has an unforgettable way with words. And what is that situation?
Miss, we are investigating the murder of...
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go, there, no need to dilly-dally. She's tough. Good on you, boy. She can take it.
Clausier Amandu. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. A bad memory, officer. Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass.
What's so bad about...
Nothing.
The conference centers are filled with people who get angry at you.
Sooner or later, everyone does. I'm 28. Something stupid. Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Nothing. I do nothing with it. Cool. I've made more money by just being than I many things. A roller skating instructor.
It's the world's most tired smile. Miss Oranje, now there is something you should linger on.
It's a beauty pageant. Held in the year of our century. It's a beauty pageant. It's a competition for stupid girls. Men look at them and choose the most. When you have the fewest deviations from the norm. I've been told it's a type of... Yes. And for that, I got a crown and a sash. And a scepter. I would offer you I'm afraid you can't.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast.
Thank you for your candor.
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river. If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more...
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Okie dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her...
The record. So official. Yeah, it's...
No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally.
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Ravachol. I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a... Yeah... I've contaminated. The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The sad got that too. For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of... Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial sad spill in there. That's pretty hardcore. I'm...
Sheer terror, panic, and screaming.
Thank you. I've put...
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in River. No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there. Comes in handy when you've done...
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry. Oh, yes. One of my... Like, not being able to stay up for 36 hours. Not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a merit speed molecule, basically. Huh? Motherfucker took my preptide?
This does not amount to actual corruption.
Robbed.
She's not angry, but it's true. She's gonna have to find some more prep.
You tell me, officer. I've been trying to open it, in case the contamination gets to the room. Okay. Yes, you're just one room away. Very personal.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
It's a bit early in the morning for rape.
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered. She looks around. The sun?
It is. It's murderously early. I'm amazed Yeah. I'm gonna go with...
By him, she must...
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the chart.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were a...
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Pretty much.
Warming them. She must be very cold and exhausted of this life.
I'm 89% sure. You know how it is.
Do you?
Maybe you don't. In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here. Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I was not sexually assaulted. We partied. A lot of party.
From Titus. About her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it.
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that. Oh, it is.
What did you do when you...
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder.
Whoa. After so much drinking and drugs, how did they manage it?
Untraditionally, officer.
Your imagination starts whirring.
I guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is such an emotion.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs. At the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man.
She appears aloof, but that scar with longing.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that. Oh, yes. I've had a great view.
A bitter cringe. He takes a small...
You called us.
Yes. I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the... with nail clippers. And I
So, she's got mystery phone.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was...
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever.
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been...
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid...
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him.
I know it's difficult.
She meant she sees him in her dream.
You have? Not like I do.
She sees them in each other's arms.
Yes. And then he's dead.
She dips the cigarette in the lighter's flame.
I can see the similarity.
Funny.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on.
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here.
And his role in this...
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military. Worked for a while.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now. Over drinks. It's been a little.
Like you partied with...
No, not as...
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Men like that? I don't know.
She changes balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs. She breathes a silver.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Why not? Officer, what brings you?
She looks back.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the... I have bad news for you. You know these guys? Who? Me? Yes, you. You too. Me? Get out of here. These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for. Believe it. There's no way of knowing. All bullshit, man. I ain't compromised. Especially that guy. No fucking way, man. Really? Quick. Glory. Truth. Softness. Protect. How it always does. There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are. No. It's better to know you're being played than to be played without. Yes, Mr. Thespian here has been singing. She is a lady. In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often. You can't draw a sound conclusion, huh? No, Mr. Conclusion. You're always kind of limited in your analytical abilities. Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this. The silence broken.
God, no. Yeah? Alright. Not my favorite topic, but okay. How about we...
A police badge on which you see the...
Lieutenant W. Freighter. The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM. The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken. Or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their super. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by... The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, kings like satellite officers, and the additional freighter.
The long and short of it is, you're his...
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite. No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work. It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary. Good.
Such a small yet precious thing.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure. Harrier! That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't. It's a wartime name. Revolutionary.
It's meant from bullets, hunger, shrapnel, kidnappings, and worse.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep the badge in your hands shines as you rotate it. The same small, heavy door. The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. Something cracks. It is an unbelievably satisfying sound.
Nice.
Filling you with a belief in your...
Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least. Would it hurt to look in? Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate it. What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it. If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. So you said to her, what did you mean by it? She seemed forthcoming to me. Unusually so. Being forthcoming with some things is a good way to obscure other things. But I wouldn't call myself compromised. I am not easily swayed by young women. But on the other hand, the best liars are candid. And she was... Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back soon enough.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new. Three weeks maximum from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
It was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, adding a new fact to consider. It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines.
The size looks about the same, actually. They are not the same shoe, but they could be the same person. No, these little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me, or some...
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted.
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling. It's not too important. We can get in and out using the roof.
You see the cobalt blue surface, old cobalt paint, rough on the finger. The door does not budge. The steel doesn't. Now you're hanging from the handle. Okay, it was a challenge. Over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain.
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic. A little.
Feels like a lot.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready. The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls, areas around the playfield represents Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped. It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in go-go thing.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy the kind of a guy who uses the word savage, an avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies. From him, he also hit his wife and kids. But you seem to be having fun.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying. Natural selection. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the... Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. The words "Pale Rupture" light up on the speaker panel and the machine starts filling.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the...
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and this can be navigated. The balls leave almost hit the pads as fast as you can. The amount of focus it takes to predict when a ball goes, you're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
There goes nothing. This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right. There are large rectangular buttons. Monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance.
Seems so, although it's pretty quaint for a freight elevator.